Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to episode 75 of the Art of Human podcast. I am your host, Christian Rodriguez, and this particular podcast, as you probably saw from the thumbnail, it has me, myself. It has my friend Dylan, who's like 9, 10, 11, and then my friend Michael, the guy wearing the red t-shirt. And basically, Dylan runs the show here, as he is prepping himself to start his own YouTube channel. But just a heads up, you guys, we were in the living room, or like kitchen living room type thing, and my friend was actually like cooking herself some food. So there's like some pots and pans and stuff that you might hear in the background. The audio quality is not the best because of, just the fact that we're not using microphones or anything super fancy. It's literally just a video right here from my iPhone, which I'm using to record this. But I really hope you guys enjoy. I had a lot of fun to talk with Dylan and to talk with Michael. And let's get into it.
Alright. Are we recording?
Yep.
Alright. So, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm new to the channel, and I'm thinking about making a channel myself, but that's gonna come soon or later. So today we're gonna be thinking about a topic. Our topic we've already thought about is the impact that humans have to nature. So one, we know that they definitely made some humidation, raise the temperature due to production and resources. And we've also been killing animals due to the plastic that gets let out to the ocean every day. So far, I'm pretty sure there's around 50,000 bits of plastic out in the ocean, and we got a lot of teams trying to get them out. So that's one of the impacts that human has on nature. The second impact is the space which animals live in. So as time goes on, we start to make more cities due to the population rising. So the more cities, the more space. And that pushes out other animals and also killing them because they keep on going to their homeland and people are trying to kill them to get them out. So that's another. And the second is where they live, because we keep pushing them out of other places. So like the jungle down in Africa, what's it called?
The Amazon?
Yes, the Amazon jungle. Yeah, the Amazon jungle. It has been being shrunken, and there are now being laws put in to like save the jungle. So that's another thing that human has to impact on nature. The second thing is trees getting chopped down. Now, it's sometimes illegal unless you have a permit for like cutting down trees, or if you're a worker and you get paid or in a company to chop down trees in like neighborhoods, then that's totally fine. But in the wilderness, not because the less trees, the less oxygen. The less oxygen, the less people survive. That's another thing to impact animals. And the second thing is that some animals, because we're pushing them out of their natural habitat with the cities, they're starting to be extinct from the reason of going into the area of their natural habitat, and also through what obstacles human has placed to live in, like less trees, fences, buildings, and sometimes the things inside the buildings that kill the animals.
So how can we be more conscientious about what we're doing to the animals?
What
What are some ways that we could, prevent like us pushing them out of their environment?
Well, the second thing we can do is to start making what I'm thinking is to make more and more apartments. The more apartments, the less room we have to take up. And the better our technology, the taller buildings get. So we can stop pushing outwards, but start pushing upwards. And the less we push out and go up at the same time, we actually take out some of the airspace for birds and other animal creatures. Another thing human has on
Wait. So then, does it even make it better that we're going up since we're still taking up space?
Well, if we're going like in larger areas, like pushing out and also growing, then that's bad. But if we're only going upwards, then that only take up the airspace we have in the area. That won't take up the airspace in like random locations otherwise. So we're not technically endangering the birds, but instead they have much other places they can go. And the second or another thing humans have impact on animals is the wars. That's a big thing, because the more wars happen, like World War II, World War I, all those nasty stuff, Cold War, the more wars, the more destructive impact they have for like ammunition being left on the ground. That's one problem, because then that kills the animals after the war. And then second is explosives, because whenever a battlefield is like soldiers are in and they're being attacked by other soldiers and it keeps on going on like war, then more explosives and stuff actually kills the animals that are living in there. So that actually takes away the population of people and animals. And the second thing about war is, or the third thing about war is that the more things get built and destroyed, the more space it takes for like more factories, because the more factories producing more things, the more the temperature rises. The more the temperature rises, if there's too many world wars, then eventually it's just gonna feel like Mars or like any very hot planet in the solar system. And there's another thing that we can try to do by saving the population of Earth and all of its animals. The one thing we can do is to expand from where we live. We can go to the moon and make it like we can plant trees. We can try to plant trees anyway and try to get more air out to like conquer the moon and make it Earth, like another Earth. That way we can breed more animals, so the animals endangered will no longer be endangered. And another thing that has to offer for the life of nature and everyone is the more we expand to other planets, make them like livable, is that we can grow more of our kind, like more population of both animals and humans.
No, you're good.
So that's another thing that we have to, or we can do to save the population of animals, life, plants, and humans. So that's a really, really big thing. And I haven't been hearing you, Christian, that much talking about what we can do to save animals and people and life in general.
Well, I think I'm someone who likes to talk about, like, basically taking care of yourself and being accountable for yourself. So I think from my point of view, that's probably like the first thing that comes to my mind is like, you know, everyone doing their own part pretty much and doing it with regard to the context of their current life. You know, trying to be sustainable and trying to save the planet doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's going to be trying to go to Mars or that everyone's going to go vegan or that everyone's going to, you know, make these drastic moves, because I don't think that's practical. And I think, honestly, people would be overwhelmed and it'd probably make things worse. I think everybody should just do their part in terms of, you know, whatever little bit that they can do, saving a little bit of water. Maybe you do slowly start eating a more plant-based diet. If you could convert more to solar power, then that's also another opportunity. And yeah, I mean, everyone's got something that they're good at. And I think if everyone just executes on that thing that they're good at, then I think we'll make it into a better place. Because everything, I believe that everything's connected. So even if you're not working in the environmental field, I think if you put out good energy, then that energy will translate over to those people who are dedicating to the environment directly, etc. So that's my little thing on the environment and sustainability.
Alright, so I have been already brainwashed. I'm pretty sure Christian here has already said all his ideas. I've already said all my ideas, so that's all I have to talk about.
Should we move on to Michael?
Yeah, Michael, you haven't talked much. Do you want to give a presentation, or are we ending the video here, Michael?
I feel like he has to say something. He came up with the idea.
Yeah.
What's the question for Michael? What's the question?
So, what do you think people should do to save life, other humans, and other creatures, like, say, the endangered ones, and less pushing them out of their environment, but also in return helping the humans?
Yeah, so I think one of the main things that we as humans need to do is be more conscientious of what we're doing in our everyday life. So just a matter of that I'm eating this kiwi right now, making sure that where I throw away these scraps for the kiwi, they go to a place where those organic compounds could be recycled and reused for the environment, so that way we could create a sustainable environment for everyone that could live. I guess that's
that is a good point. That is a good point. So, are we all brainwashed of our ideas now?
Brainwashed?
Like, all
I think you're using the wrong word.
Like, all our ideas has washed out to our mouths and has been released to the public.
We could probably talk more, but I think this is probably good.
A brain dump. That's what you.
We can do a follow-up video.
Yeah, we can do a follow-up video.
Alright.
But I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. So, it's nice to be here. It's nice to be a new person in the channel. Like, I've only been in this channel once before. I don't know if you saw it, but yeah.
It's the COVID Talk podcast.
Yes. So, see you all, beautiful people, in the next one, I hope. And goodbye.
Peace out, guys.